Welcome, everybody, to another live session for readings from Messages of Love from Above. I'm excited to be here again, and I am going to pop out the chat box here and we will get started in just a moment. Kind of feel led today to give some healing love energy, and this can be for whoever needs it. Even if you watch this on chat in replay, um, because energy knows no bounds of time or space. And I've actually had energy sent by an email that someone opened up later and it took away a migraine. So I love that spiritual energy has no time or space or any limitations. So I'm going to just send out love energy to whoever needs it. And for your soul, your emotions, your mind, your body, whatever it may be, I'm just sending you all love right now. And just take it all in like a giant hug. Whoever needs love energy. Send you light and love. Let it encompass you like a giant cocoon. You might feel tingly or warm, and that's okay. That's normal. Beautiful, beautiful surges of love energy are being sent to you now. Blessings to all of you. Thank you guys again for being here. Hey, Self Love and Jazz, Deb. Happy birthday or belated birthday. I think it's your birthday right about now, isn't it? So happy birthday. And Rishi, welcome, welcome. Mary the Aries, hello, hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm excited to see what messages come through this evening. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. So I am ready to get started and see what Spirit has to say. So I'm doing very well today. Hopefully, you guys are doing well wherever you're at in the world. All right. Let's take a look here and let's see what is going on here. I'm going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Dear friend of mine gifted me a new deck today. My other one had like broken. I got really, I think, rough with the shuffling in the beginning, and some of the cards had bent, and I'm like, no! It's like right after I got them. But she gifted me a brand new one today, and I'm excited to use it. So we will definitely use this, and we'll see what we got going on. It's always nice to connect with friends, and she even took me out to eat. Oh my goodness. It's a very blessed day. Surprise, surprise. It's always a blessed day, but it's extra blessings when you get to see people you care about and interact with. So, all right, self-love, let's take a look here. You want to know how your internship is going to be. Will you be able to deal or to do all the required patience and time? Okay, I get you. So let's take a look here. What would you like self-love to know about their internship, please? And then, of course, Jazz, you will be next. All right. What would you like self-love to know about their internship, please? Okay. All right, self-love. Well, your first card is a beautiful card. It is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about, swords are thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, and it's peace of mind. Look how peaceful they are. And that's you. That's you sleeping here. All the pointy stuff, all those fears, the fear of letting down and things not unfolding the way you think it is. It's all wrapped up in love. So Um, Spirit is saying, relax, relax, everything's going to be fine. You have the Six of Cups too, which really is a wonderful cup. It's a nostalgia card, which normally means like someone will contact you from your past. But I kind of feel like this is more looking back and reflecting on your life. And I like that they said, you have overcome 100% of every obstacle that has come against you in your life, or you wouldn't be here right now. So trust in your abilities, trust in your just your mentalness too of getting stuff done, and that you will make it work because that's who you are. You've always done it. They're like, you have a great track record. What are you worried about? They're like, rest your little mind. And you have the Seven of Swords here too, which is swords again, all your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets that are bouncing around in your head. The Seven of Swords is kind of what of your thoughts and beliefs are deceiving you and stealing you of your joy and your worth and your abilities. You've got this. You're able to do that, right? It's all learning. That's what internships are for, to go through it, to grow from it, and flow with it. Trust yourself. Step out of fear. It'll allow you. I love how this, whatever these thoughts and beliefs that are coming up for you here, because here, usually they're further away, thoughts are just out here, but this one is like, I love how these have it like in your face. It's cock, it's like right there, it's making itself known. And so these doubts are popping up for you to look at and deal with and go, okay, trust yourself, trust your track record, trust that you have the brilliant mind to do it, and then just relax, let peace come to your mind, take deep breaths, and then go do it because you can. So I love it for you. All right. That is for you, self love. Many blessings to you. We'll move on to Jazz next. You just want to general for the rest of October. And then Rishi, you will be next after that. Thank you guys again for being here tonight. Thanks everyone who has already given me a thumbs up on the video. It really helps out my channel. I really appreciate it. So if you haven't done so already, now's a good time to remember to do that. I know I forget. I get all involved. So I appreciate you guys thinking about that, doing that. All right. So Jazz, let's take a look here. Okay. All right. Let's see what else for the rest of October for you. All right. So you've got the Queen of Swords that's coming in here. And the Queen of Swords does, swords again, thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, mentalities. I love this card though, because they have the heart down here. And she is a balance between mind and heart. And she's a reminder not to forget to bring your heart into what you're wanting in your life, right? So she definitely is this reminder of that, because you also have the Knight of Cups, which cups are the emotions. And so there is movement within your emotions, and this can be possibly romance headed your way, because you also have the Star card here, which is the card of hope. I love this one though, how they have you connected to your higher self, your star self up above too. And so they are definitely, talking about, uh, connect to your heart, connect to your gut, and trust your instincts as well. But it's a very bright, bright rest of your October. And I just really feel like making sure you're balancing your heart and your mind. I'm like your heart and your mind, vice versa. But because there is this movement of emotion that's coming up, and it's very hopeful, it's very bright, but don't second guess yourself. Trust your gut instinct. If you're like, oh, it looks too good to be true, just something's off with it. Trust that. Trust your gut with that as you, um, go throughout the rest of this October. But a lot of great things I feel are coming your way. So I'd like that for your October, and that's all they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Jazz. We'll keep on going down the list here. And again, thank you guys all for being here. Hey, Empress, Marie, CV15V, Hina, Emma, Anjali, Aditi, Opedia. Thank you guys all for being here. I know a lot of you come here quite often, and it really helps me out. And I love your energy being here. So thank you guys so much for your support and for all the love that I feel. All right, Rishi, you want to know whether accepting a job offer at Shashina would be good for you. So let's take a look here. What kind of energy would come for you accepting a job offer at Jasha? All right. Well, they do have the justice card coming in here, which is definitely about balancing things out. Trust the Ace of Swords here is about cutting away some expectations and thoughts and beliefs and really look at both sides of things. Really, it's almost like making a list of what would be the benefits, what are the downfalls of it. And I feel like if you really make a list, a physical list, and write it, that you'll be like, oh, okay, it's going to become very clear for you because they're telling you to really reflect on it before making the decision. Let me see if they have anything else here. Any more guidance on that? Yeah, because you have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is a card of switching of direction as well. So it's like you are headed in a direction, but new information comes in and new experiences that make you kind of take an off ramp and go a different direction. Let's see what else they have here. I just want more information here because I feel like it's okay. That makes sense. Because you do have new opportunities that are coming forward. You have the Page of Pentacles. So it does mean that I feel like that you're going to be taken off course into a new opportunity other than this here. Because they're saying balance things out and really look at it. But then the Three of Wands is changing direction and Page of Pentacles is a new opportunity. So I kind of feel like even if you accept this job offer, before you actually everything finalizes, something else comes up for you that's more of what you want. And I feel like you just discover things, but I kind of feel like that this one isn't the one that you're going to end up at, that there's something better for you. So I do like that for you because it is better for you, right? So that's what they have for you, Rishi. So I'm excited to see what comes your way. All right. So we'll keep on going down here and see what we have going on here. All right, Mary, let's take a look. You are welcome, Rishi. So let's take a look here. Hina, and what I do, everyone, just because I see Hina, you want to be next, but I do go in order of the chat, so it's first come, first serve. I will get to you. It looks like you have like maybe 3 or 4 people ahead of you, but I will be there in a moment. So I appreciate you guys' patience as I head down the list. We'll take a look here, Mary, and you just want to know the energy between you two. You had contact today and you caved. So just general future messages. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. All right. So let's take a look here. So energy between Steve and you. Okay. So, Mary, you've got both the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles says, no, it's not pathetic. We're human. We're here for the adventure. It's like, hey, an opening arrived on that roller coaster ride and I wanted to go do it and you did it again. There's no judgment. It's just experience. So lighten up on yourself. But this is telling you to stay true to your authentic self and that you do have new opportunities that are opening up in the outside world. So they really are. Let me see. It's a little dark, isn't it? I mean, that's a little better. There we go. So it is saying, stay true. Oh, thank God. You're so funny. Stay true to your authentic self and don't, they're saying you don't have to be swayed by that you deserve this new opportunities and stuff coming your way. Um, yeah. So, it is this great opportunities that are coming. So just trust that it is going to open up and things will, head your way. um, and but yeah, I feel like the energy between the two of you, it's like new. They're like, stay true to you. Don't be swayed by who you're afraid you're going to hurt your feelings or upset or you don't want to lose people's support and love. It's like, stay true to you. And you have this wonderful birthing that's happening in the outside world. And the Ace of Pentacles, too, is about your worth and how you're learning more and more about how you're looking at this new way of your worth in relation to the outside world. It's like just keeps on elevating and elevating. And if you feel like in this case where you're like, oh, I backslid or whatever, it's like, no, it's experience. It's information. It's experiences that help us understand what we do want and what we don't want, what we want to experience again and what we maybe don't want to. And so I love the freedom of life's experiences. So it's good. This is positive two cards that are coming in there for you, but it's all about pointing you back to staying the authentic you and really looking at your worth independent of other people. So it's a good thing that's unfolding there. All right, and we'll get to your other question here in a moment, but Empress did ask a question in between, and you want to know, how does that Sagittarian feel about you and how do they perceive you? And let's take a look here, Empress, and see what they have to say to that. And let's take a look here. So what does the Sagittarius feel about you, Empress? How do they perceive you? So this is a very Aquarian card. I know because I'm an Aquarius sun. This is how he perceives you, unbothered by other people. And you have this strength, people might try to burst your bubble, but you just don't get impacted by. This is how he perceives you, like you have this bubble around you, just you're like, okay, and that's what people can pick up on from Aquarians, that we don't have a lot of emotional overreactions because we're water bears and we keep our emotions in nice little containers. And there might be emotion flying around inside there, but they don't think there are. They're just like, oh my gosh, you're just, very steady. And so that's the appearance. Although inside, this is what may be happening, right? You're reflecting on your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are restricting you and your all these expectations that you're trying to live up to. Excuse me. And it's called the nightmare and insomnia card. You got the 8 and the 9. So a lot, of course, being an air sign, you have a lot on your mind about the world and the should be's and the supposed to be's and the need to be's, and you very much challenge the status quo. And I feel like they realize that too. They're like, you just seem unbothered, but then you also have all of these thoughts and all this stuff, and you're intelligent, and you have all these. It's like all these birds flying around, but you're just like all. He can tell in your eyes that there's a lot going on up here all the time. But he goes, but emotionally, you feel unbothered by it, and so there's this, wonderful. Um, kind of feel like intrigued is a word that's coming to mind. He's just like, interesting. He just is trying to figure you out. But I do like this, the Ace of Pentacles coming in here for you as well. And the Ace of Pentacles is this new opportunity that's opening up. And I feel like, um, when you're asking, about how does he feel about and how does he perceive about you, it's like he uh, is still trying to figure you out. And I think he's looking for an opportunity to get to know you in ways, but at the same time, he's still kind of just trying to figure you out. Because Aquarians, we're quirky, and we are also throw surprises and twists and turns and sudden things, and you definitely keeping him on his toes. But I kind of feel like this opportunity is coming up in the near future, for you getting together to um, get to know each other. Like he's still testing the waters. I feel like he's like, I'm not sure. You're so intriguing and different than anyone that he's met before, that he's just like taking it a moment at a time, and being cautious. It's like approaching a I was saying alien, but something that you haven't experienced before. You're just kind of like, do I touch it? Do I dare touch it? Oh, I don't know. And that's kind of, I feel like, is going on there. Yeah, you're weird. You're different. Yeah, and so I think it's just he can't figure you out, and so I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you guys to get to know each other a little better in the future, whether it's a party, maybe like a Halloween party, and something where there's a gathering and a get together where he gets to know you better. Because right now, like I said, he's like different, and people use the word weird, but sometimes they also use that word to hide feelings and stuff. But I feel like you're intriguing to him, and I kind of feel like this is how Aquarians are. We seem strange until you get to know us, and then you're like, oh. And the more someone gets to know you, the more they see, and they see how things work, and we don't seem as quirky, even though we always will be. Um, but they're like, oh. And so I feel like that's what's going to be happening in the future here. So um, I just continue to be you. That's all you can be anyway, and just allow things to unfold. And just when there's this opportunity, like if you see him at a party or you see something, just go up and say hi. If you're interested in him, and you want it to go any further or anything, just take the opportunity if you do see him to reach out and be you, but also be aware of, I always say, embrace your weirdness, but also be aware that we don't always have to be so weird. Sometimes we're like, you know what? I don't want to freak everyone out. you know, I can bring it down a little bit at times. And I kind of feel like the next one is what, the next interaction, you just can be you, but be aware of where they're at. Ask them about them. That's what, usually gets people, oh, they're interested in me talking about me, and he'll talk about himself. I guarantee it. So that's what they have for you, Empress. So enjoy this journey. Sagittarians, they are like, they're fiery, they're funny, they're whatever, but they don't want to be upstaged either. So Aquarians can do that with our quirkiness, right? So they like to be wanted and needed and have that attention, the center of attention. So allow that for them too. All right. That's what they have for you. So let's keep on going down here. And then Mary, the Aries, you did want to know just a general future message. that any general message that they have for you. I kind of want to feel like I want to switch up here. I also have the Tarot of the Divine. Let's see what they have. And then CV15, you will be next. And then Marie. And then V. And then Hina. So almost there. Almost there. Appreciate you guys hanging in there as I go down the list in order. Okay. So let's see. General future messages for you. What would you like, Marie? Mary, Mary, Mary. The Aries, Aries, Aries. All right. See what we got going on here. Yeah, we kind of figured that's what's going on, right? So you got the 7 of Wands here. And the 7 of Wands is, your energy, your drive, which you, of course, Aries, you have a lot of fire. This is your suit. But this is about not feeling like you have to defend yourself. If you feel like people are trying to bring you down, realize that they're already under you then. They're trying to bring you down to where they're at. They feel they're lower, and that's why. And when you realize that, you can help lift people up, or you just don't worry about what they're trying to do and what they're saying because you're like, oh, they feel they're lower than me, and that's why they're trying to bring me down there. They usually have people that are down below with, wands, and they're like, come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. And you're like, no, I'm ready. I'm moving. I'm, going to move on to joy. I'm going to move on to happy things in my life. Because you have both the devil and the 9 of Swords. And so this is what I said. Yeah, this is what's going on with you. Because the devil card is about the Saturn energy that is about shaking and rocking your world, shaking all of your expectations and the way you think about things. And that's what the 9 of Swords is also about, this inner search, this inner uh, review of your thoughts and beliefs and your mindsets and your expectations of who you are, who someone else is, who everyone is supposed to be, should be, need to be. And those are being shaken up by that Saturn shadow energy, which is perfect because it frees you. Because normally, like this is a caged snake here, all the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are those things that are keeping us feeling like we're caged. And as they get rattled, I love the example of that the cage door, which was never fully closed, it was a little bit ajar, never locked, that when the cage gets rattled, the door makes a loud squeaky noise because nobody puts any WD-40 on those hinges that squeak, and you're like, what was that? And then you realize, there's an opening. You're kidding me. This whole time I've been feeling trapped and I could have just opened it and left. And so this is this freedom that's coming, this um like the rattling is opening up your eyes, opening up your mind, opening up your heart with all of that. And you're able to move forward because you have the 2 of Pentacles here too, which is all about balancing in the outside world. Things that have felt out of balance and just helter skelter are coming into balance. So that's what's coming for the future here. And the more time you spend looking into your own expectations and your thoughts and beliefs, the faster the balance happens. Because the out of balanceness is that there's so many thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and attitudes that are so much tied to the fear of losing a conditional love that the more you take those off, the more things balance out into this, in the physical world, especially. So I like that for you. All right. So many blessings to you, Mary. That's what they have for you. All right. CV15. You want to know if IST has romantic feelings for you. You never really talk, but he often stares at you. Ooh, spooky, creepy. Let's take a look here. We'll see what they've got going on there. So let's take a look. Why do they have this look? Why are they staring at you that way? What's going on? Okay. Interesting. 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 So you do have these two queens, and I feel like this is what he's perceiving and what is so interesting to him, because the queen here represents someone who has a balance between heart and mind, and the queen of coins is the queen of pentacles, who's also like mother nature, mother nurture, right? And so it's like you have this wholeness, like they're just like, you are this, you know uh very nurturing person, but you're also very intelligent, and so you have this balance between being caring and then also being intelligent and logical. And I kind of feel like they don't know what to think of you. And it's weird with that Queen of Coins too, the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you remind him of his mother in a way, and I know it's like, oh wow, buzzkill, but I kind of feel like it's like there's characteristics that are, and I don't. He may not even be aware of this, right? It's just this stuff inside that he's just like, I don't. What is it? And he's like trying to figure out what this is, because you have the Eight of Wands too, which means that there is a lot of energy there, passion, um, just a lot of energy around it. But I feel like he's got all this ideas of who you are and these feelings and stuff. But because of the Five of Pentacles here, he doesn't have like the, I wouldn't say the self-esteem, but he doesn't have the self-worth feelings to be able to act on it, because in the past he has felt abandoned, left out in the cold. I think feel like possibly embarrassed, turned down time and time and time again. And I just feel like, this card kind of represents who he would be. He just feels like an outsider in a lot of ways. And so um, that's what he does. He just stands and watches and looks. But it's like, I don't say he's window shopping, but I'm like, it's saying that someone who doesn't feel worthy to go into a store will look through the window but not go in. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on there. Yeah. And so you have the Two of Wands here. And I feel like, whatever we focus on grows. And this is what the Two of Wands message is like when we focus on what we are grateful for in our lives and for what we want in our lives, that expands. But when we focus on what we are lacking in our lives and what we don't want in our lives, that expands instead. And I kind of feel like that's where they're at too, is they're so consumed with what has happened in their past that they have assigned very strong emotions to of pain and suffering, and that they have a lot of fear, and that's what they keep growing, and that's why they kind of stay at this distance. So um, I don't know if you would ever approach him. If you do, try to focus on asking him about what he enjoys in his life and what he's grateful for in his life, and kind of that direction, because that might even change the energy within him if he changes his focus and he's like, oh, I never really thought about it, because he's so focused on the other. But so I feel like if you're interested in them, I don't know if you're asking because you're like, it's creepy and I don't know, this is what he wants? Or if you're like, he's always staring at me, is he like interested in me? I would just strike up conversation with them, and you'll know by the energy that you feel from them. But I feel like they have stuff going inside, but that's what they're going through right now, CV. So that's what they have for you right now. Many blessings to you. All right, Marie, we are on to you next. And then V, and then Hina. So, guys, thanks for hanging in there. And want to know, will you meet your new love? Let's see here. So tell us about Marie and her new love. Will she meet him? And is he older? Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. Tell us about that. Nope, those. So let's see what we have here. Can you tell us about age at all? Hmm. So the first card that came out is the Justice card, which is all about balancing, right? And letting go of expectations in a way too, because the Ace of Swords is about connecting to these higher ways of looking at things and cutting away those small t truths, which are those expectations, the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's. And they're kind of saying, let go of these expectations of what you want and how it's supposed to unfold and who you're supposed to be and who they're supposed to be and all that. That'll help speed up and open up these possibilities, because if we have too thin of expectations, it's very hard for this to come in quickly. They've been last weekend they were saying that that person's on back order for 1,000 years, but if you open up your expectations and allow more, then these are can ship within a month or a week, so that is kind of what I find, because you do have the Knight of Wands here, which, when I was asking about age, the Knight of Wands is about action, activity, vibrant, almost youthful, but not quite. So, and then I asked for clarification, and they gave me Two of Cups, which is all about romance, equals, and and it's not, they're I almost think like they're saying this person's going to have a lot of energy, fiery, but let the expectations go about if they're going to be older or younger or all that, and they're going to be who they're going to be. And in fact, I almost feel like with that Knight of Wands, you might think they're younger because of their um, just the energy that they have, and but they end up being like your age, because I feel like that Two of Cups, it's like equals in a way. So I feel like you're if they're older, it's not older by much. If they're younger, it's not younger by much. I feel like you're within the same type of age area. So um, that's what they have for you there. But I really feel like they're just saying, just go with it. Try to keep on cutting more and more of those expectations away, so that the range, these individuals, like the love of your life, could be out here. But if you're looking here, you'll miss them. But if you let that go and just start open to what is flowing and timing and all of that, that it just really opens things up for you. So that's what they have for you tonight, Marie. Many blessings to you. All right, V, you are up. And then Hina, you will be next. So, what is AR's feelings since you've stopped communicating? Okay, let's take a look here. What are AR's feelings towards V? What would you like V to know? Okay, about AR's feelings. So you have the Page of Wands here. So after the communication, it feels like they've got this new heightened, wands are your drive, your ambition, your passions and stuff. I feel like they have a new passion, new energy going on in their life. Let's see what else they have here. Yeah. So they've got the Three of Coins, which is being their authentic selves. And let me see what this other card is too here. Yeah, Nine of Coins, Nine of Pentacles. So they're really um are having like this renewal about themselves, because the Page of Wands is this heightened energy within them, and that Three of Coins is about that they are really choosing to be their authentic selves, go their authentic path, and not listen to anyone else's opinions and blah blah blahs, And the nine of coins is about them finding their wholeness and their worth from within. And so I really feel like they have turned into themselves after this. And that is what, since you guys have stopped talking, they've really have, and I kind of feel like maybe that's why they stopped talking, is because they just got, uh, you know, overwhelmed with everyone telling them who they're supposed to be and should be and need to be and all this kind of stuff, and they're just pulling in to themselves and trying to live the life that they feel they want to live. Whereas before they might have been being pulled in different directions and being told who they should be and are supposed to be and all that, but that's what they are, feeling right now. So that's what they have, V. And if you're asking, like, what are their feelings towards you, I feel like they're focused inward. And so they're not looking outward for those things. They're really on this, the nine is like the hermit card. So they're really on this inner journey for their worth and for who they are with those two cards combined. So that's what they have for you, V. So many blessings to you. All right, Hina, we are up. Thank you for your patience. And you want to know your husband Sunil's current feelings for you. So let's take a look and see what. And then Emma, you will be up next after that. And then Anjali and Aditi and Elpedia. All right. So thank you guys so much for being here, and thanks for all the thumbs up and the likes. That really does help out my channel. So if you haven't done so already, I appreciate you doing that or considering doing that, because it does help spread the Zen love and helps the messages get out and the videos get spread more. So I really appreciate that. All right, so what are your current feelings for you here? Excuse me. Well, he seems a bit conflicted, because here's the Empress card. This is about like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, just a caring individual, right? I mean, she's like the mother, the divine mother. So there is this feeling, of this towards you. And there is the Two of Cups, which is about, partner and love, which makes sense. Like when you're saying it's your husband. So they are here. Where I feel the confliction is coming from is because they have the Seven of Wands, which wands is drive, ambition, passion, inspiration. It's all of their energy. And it feels like they're being confronted. Like these are people that are bringing things toward him where he feels he has to defend himself. And I kind of feel like they are feeling on the defense. They're in a place where they feel they don't have to defend, but they feel like they're being attacked. Um, and then the King of Swords comes in here too, which swords are thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and mentalities. And the King of Swords not only rules over air, but all the kings get another dose of air. So it's really a lot being in the mind and trying to figure out what they want and what their expectations are. And so they're kind of, like I said, I feel like they're in this conflicted uh, moment in their life where they're feel like they have people coming at them from all sides, but they're up in here trying to figure things out with it all. So, I feel like they're just trying to figure out what is going on in their life, what they want to do next, what they're going to do with all these people that are coming against them from all these different sides. So, I feel like, and I don't know, it feels like emotions are on hold because they're all up here, and any emotion they have walls up because they feel they're in defensive mode. So I kind of feel like they're just trying to figure life out and what they want, with all those things that I mentioned. So it's an interesting energy. It kind of feels like they're behind big brick walls, doing a lot of thinking, a lot of evaluating, just trying to, to figure things out. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But that's what they have for you this evening, Hina. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Emma, you want to know, how does MI see you? Let's see what they have here. What is going on there? Oops, didn't mean to hit my mic there. Sorry. So you have the Five of Cups here, um, and also the Six of Cups. And while I'm at it, you also have the Knight of Cups. So there's a lot of um, emotion, and I feel like how they see you is an emotional individual. You wear your heart on your sleeve, and you feel, and you're not afraid to feel. Um, I you're when you look at this Five of Cups here, you're okay. You're okay feeling the emotions that are rooted in fear. Sadness and betrayal and resentment. You're okay with it. You are. I wouldn't doubt if you might be even a water sign. Being maybe a Cancer or Pisces, or Scorpio. Um, but and especially with the moon, maybe a Cancer sign, but it's like very much you're okay. You're like, I grew up in water, so I'm okay. Like you're used to feeling emotion and being an emotion, and you're not afraid of it, or to express it. And especially with that Six of Cups, which is the nostalgia card, which is about childhood, and it's about your past, that you were very comfortable in it, and I feel like you had a very emotional childhood all around it, and for some reason, I feel like he knows that about you, that you've had this, just emotionally filled life, and that you're the Knight of Cups is like in pursuit of higher emotions and emotions. It's like you seek to have someone who is an emotional warrior, someone who can also feel and be that way. And I almost feel like that they're not. you know, Let me take a look here and see. Tell me a little bit more about MI here. Yeah, because so this is more them. Four of Wands is stable energy. They're just more of this, have a very flat lined energy. It's very balanced, but they don't have highs and lows. They're just kind of, but I feel like they're an air sign, because here's the Five of Swords, which is all about the mind and challenging thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And I kind of feel like you're in a sea of emotion, and they're up in the air. And it's, where shall a fish and a bird meet? you know, um, which is funny because here's a bird. but So that's what I kind of feel like, how they see you, being an emotional creature, and they are kind of not. They're very like, um, as we call it, an airhead. They are about the mind and thought and their emotions. They kind of keep at that even keel. So that's how they see you, and I kind of feel like they're, again, they ask the question, how can we meet? A fish is in the water and a bird is in the sky. How could we have anything, right? And so I kind of feel like he can't understand the emotions that you feel. And likewise, you look at him and go, "How can you be so unemotional?" Right? And that's kind of where you guys are at right now. But that's how he sees you. I imagine we'll just say, does any is there any possibility of a relationship unfolding? What would you like us to know about that, please? Undecided. And here is representing both of you, right? Two of swords, which this would be his mind, right? But it's the logic and the emotion, with the moon. It's like it's a fork in the road, and they're just that's their answer. It's at this fork in a road. And at this point, they're like, the answer is not to be known. So I'm sorry, Emma, that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know what else to say to that, but there you go. All right, Anjali, we are moving on to you next here. All right, sorry, it scrolled really fast. There it is. Okay. And you want to know what is happening with Satish? What's in his mind and his heart for you? We're going to go back over to the Light Seers Tarot, and let's see what they have to say here. And if you're new to my channel, I do go down in order of the chat. So it's first come, first serve. And I try to get through. I usually won't stay on. I try not to stay on more than 2 hours. We know how that goes sometimes, but I try to limit it to 2 hours so that I can maintain energy and not burn out. So definitely will try to get there. I do also offer a bunch of recorded videos like weekly energy updates and monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, pick a cards, and a lot of those playlists are listed down in the description box of the video. So if you guys ever want to check those out, there's tons of spirit messages there for all of us as well. All right, so let's take a look here, Anjali. Satish, mind and heart for you. Whoa. Shashang. Let's see, look here. Anything else, please? Well, so swords are, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, but like the two of swords that just came out in the other deck, this is about undecided, right? They're looking and they're thinking of their mind, and so you're asking, what's in his heart and his mind? Well, he's going back and forth in his heart and his mind about you. And the Knight of Swords shows there is movement in his thoughts and beliefs and things around going on there. And the Hierophant, number 5, is about that he's moving higher in his understanding of things. Usually the Hierophant is rules around spirituality and domestic, situations and things like that too. So it feels like he's moving higher and higher in his thoughts about that. But where's this headed? What would you like? Okay. Hmm. Can you tell us? I'll tell you first here. So, Nine of Wands. Wands is like the drive, ambition, passion, and movement and fire. And there's a block that's going on here, and um, it's like he's discovering here because this Ace of Wands he has in his hand, and he's realizing that the block has something to do with himself. But what is this block? Can you tell us anything about this block? Okay. Mm, well, so his block is about, does he want to move forward? It's like all this energy. He's the king, the king of wands, the king of his energy. There's the 9 of wands he's holding. and this is about relationship, right? And so this is like this block for it. And so there's something blocking him moving forward, and he realizes it's within him, and he's trying to figure out what's going on in his mind, what's keeping him, holding him back, you know, for emotional fulfillment, yeah, because the Nine of Cups came out here, and I feel like he's looking at all of his life. I almost feel like he's thinking, if I make a decision, I'm in it for life, and he's wondering with all these other cups, with all his other wishes in his life, he's wondering if is he able to do it? Is he able to have his dreams? And he's trying to figure out what dreams he wants and what he does want to invest his energy into. And so there's a lot of thinking going on right now in their mind, and a lot of movement in their thoughts and beliefs, and they're trying to understand what it is they want. So right now it's just kind of like this holding pattern. I know we hate to say that. We hate to hear that anyway. It's like he's going back and forth. It's like he's at the crux of making decisions, but he's trying to figure excuse me, everything he wants in his life. And it's like he's trying to figure it all out right now. Like this, this is how my rest of my life is going to be, and where's everything going to fit? Which is always a human thing to do. We think, oh, this is how life's going to be. Best laid plans, good luck. Nothing ever turns out the way we think it's going to be, right? But I feel like for this, like whenever we get the message of it's a pause, we're waiting, we always turn to us ourselves to look into us and find out, what am I feeling? What can I do to grow my self-love? Because when we turn inward and work on our self-love, then the stuff that's taking longer to happen moves faster, because the reason the pause is happening in our lives, it's designed for us to take time to look into ourselves and to find out what we want to do. And so if there's a pause, turn inward and go, okay, what do I want? What am I learning from this? Why would I want this to be paused? What am I afraid of? What do I really want in life? It's like kind of that reflection is what they're looking for you at this point. So that's what they have for you this evening, Anjali. So you hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right, Aditi, general reading for the rest of the year. And I am being drawn to these wisdom of the oracle for you. And we'll take a look here and see what is next. And then Elpidia, you'll be next. One of my loyal subscribers, thank you. And then Michelle, you will be next after that. And then MF, hello, hello, you'll be after that. Hey, Honey Dip, you'll be after that if you're keeping track. All right, let's get to the messages here and keep going down the list. So, Aditi, what would they like you to know just generally for the rest of this year? All right, let's see what this is. Ah, beautiful card. You got the co-create card coming here. I always love it. They have the little owl and the cheetah. Card number 40. So let's see what energy comes in here for you. It does talk about, of course, creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, and manifestation. It says you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your intentions, and your actions. Yet, you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co create it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. And these do give relationship and prosperity messages, which I do want to read for you real quick. The relationship messages, connections of your heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. Like it. And then your prosperity message says flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. All right. I like it for you. What a message for the rest of the year for you, ADT. So, a lot of power in your hands. I love it. All right. Blessings to you. We're moving on to Elpedia. And you want to know, what are your current energies of Madame Chona to you? You used to tutor her daughter, Mary. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. And I do want to continue with the Light Seers Tarot. So we'll see what is going on there. And then Michelle Lazure, you will be next. So, what is. Okay. You cannot have half the deck, but you do get this Knight of Swords coming in here first. So there is, of course, this quest for truth and understanding. Um, there is this movement of thought that's happening. Let's see what else would they like you to know about their feelings towards you or their energies towards you. Yeah, Six of Swords. There is movement in thought and belief. So definitely they're having a change of thought around, um, you know, their energies of you, their thoughts around you. Old ways of thinking being replaced by new. So let's see, what is that in relation to? Oh my gosh. I was like, really? All these cards? But there's only four more. And I just was three of them are swords. You have all of these swords cards. You have 5 out of 6 are swords. So the King of Swords is about higher thoughts and really in their mind, and they're balancing you have the Queen of Swords too. So thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. But the Two of Swords is at a crossroads too. So they're kind of in this, have all these thoughts and these beliefs, and they're going back and forth, and their thoughts and everything around you are different than they were before. And then you have the Three of Cups, which does represent joy and celebration as well. So I feel like it's happier thoughts than before. It's like they're allowing their thoughts and things to change about you in a positive manner. So I feel like they're happy thoughts about you. And that's what they have for you right now. The Three of Cups is creativity and openness, but yeah, they definitely had a certain way of thinking about you before, and you've been on their mind, definitely. I mean, all those swords is thoughts and beliefs, and so they've had all those, and they've been switching to that, which is more joyous and happy in there. So I kind of feel like it changed from professional, type of, like you said, you were tutoring her daughter, so she kept you in this, certain box of you're my daughter's tutor, to now that you're not tutoring that I feel like it's changing into something more joyful and has more emotion within it because cups are emotions. So that's what they have for you right now, Elpedia. All right. So we'll keep on going down the list here. Many blessings to you. All right, Michelle. You want to know you and Kenny's relationship status, and then MF, you will be next. So let's take a look here. What would you like Michelle to know about relationship with Kenny? What's their relationship status? So you got the Queen of Pentacles here, which is about newness, but it's also Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And I kind of feel like this is a time for you to be focusing on you. And I kind of feel like maybe this is where it is. Like you kind of feel like you are in this place that you have to take care of you. Because you also have the Seven of Wands, which is about being in a protective bubble, even though you have individuals that might be poking at your bubble, trying to burst your bubble. And I kind of feel like there's this fire, this agitation. And I don't know, I mean, because they have the Emperor here too, which really feels like this would be Kenny, who is really taking hold of their life, stabilizing their life, and doing things that they feel they need to do for themselves. And I kind of feel like, because these are the way the cards were. If I can do this here, let me just get this here. I can do it this way. You see how you're looking away from him and he's looking away from you? That's kind of what I feel the relationship status is. It's like, uh, I kind of feel like he looked away first because he's trying to stabilize his life the way he feels he needs to, which, when people are in fear, we humans go into fight or flight mode when we feel unsafe or out of control and when we go into fear. And then we do everything what we feel we need to do to stabilize it and feel safe again and back in control. And I feel like that's what went on with him. He's made these changes that only had to do with him. And because that's what happens, it's not a loving thing that we do. We go into an animalistic, like a cornered animal. Like if you're holding a cat and someone makes a loud noise, the cat doesn't go, "Excuse me, I need to jump off your lap," or "Can you put me down because I'm scared?" They're like, and they're tear up, and if they have claws, you just have all these claw marks up and over your head, and they didn't think about how it was going to impact you. They were only thinking about themselves. And I kind of feel like that's what happened. And so you had no choice but to turn away as well, to nurture yourself and to take care of yourself and kind of to protect yourself. So that's kind of I feel like what their relationship status is that you're kind of both in this protective zone and walls have gone up. But let me just pull just a couple more quick cards here to see, is it possible to reconcile this? Is it possible to hmm. Because you got the Page of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities in the outside world coming up. So it's like they're saying that it is possible for reconciliation, but it's really gonna take overcoming all this emotional confusion about all these different things that have happened. It's like there's a lot of emotional um, leftovers, a lot of emotional resonance of different things people did and said. And it would take a lot of switching of mindsets and letting go of old expectations and moving into things. It would take a lot of movement of the stories that we applied to those situations. So, I mean, there's a lot going on here with the choppy waters and all these thoughts and beliefs and then all these emotions going on there. So it's like they're saying it's possible. It would take a lot of work, um, to have it happen, and it would have to be both sides doing that, of course, which when we're have walls up, it's hard to communicate because you hear muffling through the brick walls, right? So the communication, the walls would have to come down to be able to speak with one another, and look at that. So that's what I'm feeling for you with these messages tonight. So hopefully that resonated, and just hang in there. Many blessings to you, Michelle. All right, MF, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you there. And there we are. So you go back to your in-laws house in at this end year, from mom's house. uh, okay, so it looks like you have like three different questions there. So let's take a look here. So we'll see what energies are around you going back to the in-laws house, at the end of this year, or Farham's mom's house. Not sure I understand the question completely, but that's okay. I don't need to. Spirit's the one that knows your heart and your questions. All I do is pull the cards and communicate their message anyway. So let's take a look here and see for that first question regarding in-laws house and at year's end, what would you like them to know, please? Interesting. So you got two cards here with stairs. um, the first one is the Ace of Swords, which is about really understanding the expectations and what's going on, because it takes you going to a higher level, and here looking things from a higher level. So two stairs cards about really stepping away from the situation and look at it from a different perspective, because you have the Three of Wands, which is all about a change of plans. It's like you're headed in a direction, but with new information and new perspective, you're like, I'm going to go this way instead of that way. So I kind of feel like with whatever is going on with the living situation, that it's like get away from all the noise, be able to look at it from a different way, and then I feel like you're going to make an adjustment to what the proposed plan is, and that you're going to make alterations and do something different than was originally planned. And so that's what they have for you for that. And then you want to know if you'll have success as a supply chain management degree. Let's take a look at that real quick. So you got the Hermit card and then the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like they're saying here, this is usually the patience card. The last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. But I also feel like if you do some internal search and really look in your heart on what you want to do, the Seven of Pentacles is also this card of change, changing direction. Like once the fruit would start to grow, you would realize this is not what I want. I want to invest my energy in something else. So I feel like it's like not what you would really think it would be, and that it wouldn't be fulfilling to you. It's like if you planted a bunch of apple trees because everyone is saying, "Oh, you're going to love making applesauce and apple pies and selling apples. It's going to be great. You should do that." And you're like, "Okay." And so you grow an orchard of apple trees, and then you start to, you waited for them to grow and they branches and then the blossoms, and you know year later, then they finally bear apples the second season, and you start to see the apples grow, and you're like, "Oh yeah, I planted apples, right?" And I'm like, "Really don't want apples. I want guacamole." So I want to plant avocado trees, and that's what I feel like this change is, that's coming in here. So that chain management degree, I feel like look inside of your heart and see how you uniquely would want to share your talents with the world. And I feel like you do make a change in that as well. And then you want to know Farhan's current feelings and will he contact you? Let me check that real quick here. Again, thank you guys so much for your patience as I work down the list here. Anything else? So you got the Temperance card, which is balance and patience. And the 10 of Wands is an ending and a new beginning. I feel like they're saying that you've invested a lot of energy in this Farhan, um, situation, and that they're saying, "Mm, let that go because it's time for a new journey. You've traveled all this way, carried all this stuff. You've been very patient, but I kind of feel like they're saying the patience is over. You've done enough. You've invested enough time waiting and enough energy into it that it's time for let it go. Don't invest energy into it anymore because that energy can be used in plenty of other places. And so it's like let that go. It's not for you. You've done enough, is what I'm hearing. So that's the messages they have for you. I know a lot of information, but many blessings to you. They're the what you need to hear, right? You might not like it now. It doesn't may not feel like oh, but you'll like it later because if something is being moved out of your life or not moving, and they're saying to move on, that means there's something better for you. Otherwise, they tell you keep going, keep investing more and more energy and more time. But they're like, no, it's time to go, time to move forward. So that's what they have for you. All right. So let me look here and see who is next. All right, Honey Dip, I believe you are up. Thank you guys so much again for all your patience and for all the thumbs up. It does help out my channel. And it helps messages get out to more people. So I appreciate all those who've already given me a thumbs up and a like. And if you haven't done so yet, I really appreciate you considering doing so. It's the perfect price, free. So thank you. All right. And then after you, Honey Dip, Chat Noir. Chat Noir, maybe? I probably murdered that. You will be next. All right. So let's take a look here, Honey Dip. What's your work day? How will your work day go tomorrow? That's about tomorrow's work day. My goodness. This is a new deck, so they are very slippery. So a big message for them. They're saying, stay your authentic self. Be you. Do things your way. There's other people that will have their opinions on what you think it should be, what it shouldn't be, and blah, blah, blah. You're going to have an office romance. Just kidding. This is emotional choice. They're showing that tomorrow you really are going to have this um, strength that you can, whatever happens and unfolds, you get to choose what story you apply to it, and you get to choose what emotion you want as you go through it. So they're saying just stay true to yourself. You can't control what other people are going to think, what story they're going to put to anything. You can't control what emotion they're going to choose. So focus on what you can control, which is your own emotions and your own thoughts, because they also have that, patience with fruit unfolding. And I just had this card in that other deck, I believe, which was, the fruit is the last thing that grows on the tree. But I almost feel like you also will make these a change of where you're investing your energy, because you also had the Five of Pentacles, which is like feeling abandoned, feeling left out, feeling like um, concern around your sustenance. Like, where would it come from? What would it happen? What would all that? But this is a change of that, the change of your outside world, because you come into this place of knowing that it's not them that brings you your sustenance, it's the creator of all things, the source, whatever you believe your higher power is. And through all of this, you realize that you have the key all along. This is right over here. So when you change your choice of the story and how you're looking at things, you realize the key is right here to unlock the door to go in there to, these feelings of abundance and these, ways that you can move forward with it. So I really like it for you because it feels like a very empowering day tomorrow. Whatever is unfolding, it's like be you, know that you can only control things that are in here. And if you feel like you need to change directions, you can do it because you have the key to move forward of your worth and your sustenance. And so they're just like, be bold, be strong, be you. Is kind of what I'm hearing and feeling. So um, I don't know what you got going on. You got a big presentation or you got like an interview or what? But whatever it is, just be you. Don't worry about what other people will think, what people will um blah 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 about whatever you're doing, or people that you're afraid you'll lose their support, because spirit is saying be you, be the authentic you, do what you need to do for you. You have the power to do so. So I like that for you, honey dip. So there you have it. Many blessings to you. All right. And then we have Chat Noir. And after that, Demetrius Hunter, if you are still with us, though you have a general reading there. So let's take a look here, though, for Chat Noir. You want to know advice from the universe. So let's take a look here. I don't see like a specific question. So we'll see what they have for you here. So, what advice do you have? All right. Anything else? All right. So you have the Eight of Cups, which is all about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. So if there's some sort of emotional situation you're in, they're saying, yeah, you are right to walk away, because where they're walking to is the Nine of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. I mean, have these here. So it's like you're leaving this situation to find a higher love, a love that is in more alignment with you. Because you also have the Empress card, which is all about new beginnings and also nurturing yourself and doing what you need for yourself. So, definitely with these three cards together, you know, you're headed off to brightness and sunshine over here. And they even have like this little, let's see if I can get it to focus. In the bowl there is the old emotions. It's almost like you're doing like a little ceremony of, typing things up and writing things up and burning them as a little ritual as you walk away from them to release them and to, put it at, you know, um, behind you so you can move forward. So, whatever that emotional situation may be, it is moving towards something bigger and better for you, something more in alignment with you that brings you a new birth and this new wonderful thing in your life. So they're saying, if that's your, if you're wondering, should I stay or should I go? It's go, because it's going to be what's best for all parties, and especially for you for the future. So I like that for you. All right, chat. That's what they have. So blessings to you. We're going to continue going on down the list here. And we've got Demetrius. And then after that, and then Karen Pollard, you'll be next after that. All right, Demetrius, let's take a look here and see general reading, see what they have for you. And then Serby, you'll be after that. All right. So, Demetrius, let's see. What would they like you to know, please, Demetrius? So, you do have the Temperance card, which is about balance and patience as things unfold in your life, because they are saying that you do have a lot of power going on. The wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration, and you really are during this time gaining a lot of understanding of the power that you hold in your life. One of the big things the King of Wands learns is whatever they focus their energy on is what grows. And when you're focusing on, what you do want in your life and what you're grateful for in your life, then you have abundance that comes in, which I feel is like what you're learning. And the opposite, of course, is true when we focus on what is lacking in our life and what is in our life that we don't want there, that expands. But I feel like you're really learning this because they're showing you that this is what would happen. You would have this total abundance going on in your outside world and this feeling of wholeness. And so, what's going on now, though, is the Devil card here, which the Devil card is the Saturn, the Capricorn energy, which is you're being shown those things that have been making you feel like you have like a chain around your neck that's keeping you trapped somewhere, or you feel caged or whatever. And they're showing you that this cage and these chains that you have are your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own mindsets. And this freedom that's coming in because of this shaking of that cage, the rattling of the chain around your neck, you're realizing that the chain around your neck is really loose and you could actually lift it over your head. It's not like tight. And you're like, wait a minute. So this isn't as restrictive as I thought it was before. And so you're becoming more free as you really look at your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets about your abilities, about who you should be, who someone else should be, who how the world should be. And you're really getting into this understanding that any blocks, any things that were making you feel blinded and bound and restricted are all coming from your thoughts and beliefs that were given to you when you were younger. All those popular opinions of the supposed to and the should and the need to and the have to and the must, you're really starting to question those and go, yeah, where's the truth in this? Why do I believe it? I was just told it, but I don't have to, pay attention to that anymore because you're realizing your freedom because of this rattling of the cage that's been going on for a while for you. So there's definitely this wonderful freedom that's coming from that. And I love where it's going because you're really getting a hold of your power, and realizing that you are the one in control of your energy, of where you direct it. You're not at the whim of everyone else. You get to decide. You hold the power of your own will. So I love that for you. So an empowering future ahead. I'm really excited to see what you do with that, Demetrius. So many blessings to you. All right. Keep on moving down the list here. We've got Karen. You are up next here. Very good. Glad that resonated there for you. All right, Karen. So you want a general reading as well. And I kind of want to flip up and move over to the Tarot of the Divine. And then Serbi, you'll be next. Sacred Tarot after that, or Tarot. How long have I been reading tarot? Decades. I must be getting tired. I know. Let's take a look here. And then Anjali. Hello. You'll be next after that. And then Ritu. All right. So let's take a look here. So Karen Pollard, general reading. Wow. Okay. Anything else? What else? All right. So, Karen, I show you here, you're the Queen of Wands coming in, a lot of fiery energy. The Queen of Wands is a great card because not only does she rule over fire, which is about, this wonderful walking into a room and you glow, you can change the atmosphere just by walking in. People are like, oh, look, and there's also this drive that you have. You can really pinpoint your energy and really get things done and accomplish things when you put your energy and focus it in a direction. She also rules over water, so she's half fire half water, and the water piece of it is about this ability to connect to the higher realms, which she has this ability. uh, Reason why she can really accomplish a lot too is because she trusts her gut instinct and she connects to the higher realms, and she trusts that connection that she's developed. So when she reaches like a brick wall in a maze and she has to go left or right, she just dials up the eye in the sky and says, so should I go right or left? And it's like in your gut and your instinct, you're like, right. And then you just do it. And people are like, how can you just make decisions like that? And they always turn out so positive. It's because you've developed a strong intuition. And so Spirit is saying to trust that. Because you have the Four of Swords here too, which swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations, so all that stuff in our minds. And it's the peace of mind card, even though that looks like, what, a werewolf? I don't know what's going on. But this is about the uh, Three of Swords are normally on the wall, which are our expectations and our fears of, disappointment and letting people down, and all those things that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, right? Expectations, all that's supposed to and should and need to and have to, all that stuff we've been told are supposed to happen, but they're usually sleeping on that Ace of Swords. And that Ace of Swords is about connecting higher, which you already do with that Queen of Wands, but you are seeing things from a higher perspective. You are connecting to these capital T truths that allow you to cut away these old expectations, these old thoughts, and these old beliefs that used to create, a lot of anxiety and disappointment, because expectations equal disappointment. And I love all this for you because it feels like with all this coming together of those things that you do have this an amazing new beginning coming up. And with two queens too, I mean the Empress is like the queen of queens. So with these two divine feminine energies, there is also this indicator of mother nature, mother nurture, and making sure you're taking care of yourself and doing the things for you, health wise, mental wise, emotional wise, physical, just taking care of you, and all this energy that you used to invest in other people. It's like you deserve that. Actually, you deserve it first, and then once you are feeling whole and complete and overflowing, then you do, everyone else gets the overflow. And that's like, I love the phrase, the best gift that you can give the world is a healthy full you. And so I really like that with all this energy coming in here. So that's what they have for you for right now, is that focus on your energy, trust in your intuition, put in your mind at rest as you connect there, and take care of you. So I really like that for you for this time in your life, and many blessings to you, Karen. That's what they have for you tonight. All right. So, Serbi, you want to know if your partner prefers you or the third party. Oh, those are always such a wonderful adventure. I know. So let's take a look here and see what they have to say around that. So The Six of Swords comes up here. So when we asked, does your partner prefer you or someone else? This is a movement card. The Six of Swords is moving from old to new, old thoughts to new thoughts, choppy waters to calmer waters. So for me, that is telling me that they are in this place of the new, the new, the new. So if you're the new, then but if that third party is the new, then that would be them. You also have the strength card, though, too, here, which for me is them telling you that with whatever is going on here, that this is about fulfilling yourself from the inside, not from the outside. This is about your inner strength. And the whole like journey of the strength card is because there's a lion usually, and then there's a maiden. The maiden's your higher self, the lion's your human self. Your lion goes out to relationships and situations and things and tries to find its wholeness and its completeness, but we never find it out there because that's unstable, right? People change, people pass away too. Situations never stay the same, like work, job, education, social status, all that stuff's always changing. And the other thing is like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. So all that stuff ends up disappointing us and making us, feel unstable when we're defining our worth by those things. And the strength card tells us that when we're at our worst usually and we're roaring because we're so desperate to find some relief, our higher self comes to us and gives us what we're looking for, which is the unconditional love from above. And I feel like this journey that you're on is turning you inward, on purpose for a purpose. And so with this change that's happening, it is not happening to you, though it may feel like it in the moment. It is happening for you because you're discovering what you're looking for on the inside. And then you fill up with that and overflow. You're not desperate to find it in the outside world. Because then you also have the Ace of Coins, which is the Ace of Pentacles, which, if you do go on this and search in here, you'll find new opportunities that are more in alignment with you. And your worth changes too in relation to the outside world. It totally changes your life and keeps you from drawing in the same type of relationship over and over again. Because if it's not this one, it'll be another one. It'll be the next one. It'll be the next one. Because if we stay unchanged on the inside, we keep drawing in the same mirror over and over. I know experience. So no judgment on my part. I know 5, 6, 7 relationships later, I'm like, wait, there's something similar to all these. And I'm like, oh, it's me. I'm the one that's in it. I'm the one that's, they're trying to show me how I feel about myself until I saw it. And so I feel like this is an empowering time for you, though it might feel like it's, you know, um, 10 swords being stuck in your heart. I know it's painful, but that's fear is what we're feeling. We fear we'll never find love again, but we'll find the love that we're looking for by turning inward and upward to that love that we're looking for, because we'll keep on drawing in the same individuals until we do that look on the inside. So when you're looking at that and you're looking at like I see further on down, you ask, how do they see you? They only see themselves. They're um, you can't make anyone else happy except for yourself. And if that person's unhappy, they're going to continue to seek multiple people and multiple things, thinking that it's going to make them happy, like that lion going out there eating, thinking that the more they eat and the more they drink, the more they'll feel full. And it isn't, though. It's the more empty we feel, the more thirsty we are when we try to quench our thirst and our hunger in the outside world. So I really feel like this is going to be a huge opportunity for you if you choose to turn inward and upward. If not, the next partner who comes along that chooses someone else, That'll be that another mirror, and the next one, and the next one. Because until we make a change of how we feel about ourselves and find our self love, we'll continue to bring mirrors into us to show us how we feel about ourselves. So it is a powerful time. I know it may not feel like it, but it is such a powerful time for you. And I love it for you. Just hang in there. That's what they have for you right now. And many blessings to you. All right, Sacred Tarot. Let's take a look here. You want to know why are and his family members, okay, are not leaving you alone, even after saying you're not interested in a relationship with them. Okay, let's take a look here. I mean, you're such a, an amazing person. Why wouldn't they be like, oh no, we want you for our son or for our. So it's like, can you blame them? I mean, come on. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has to say. And then Anjali, you will be next. And then Ritu. All right, so let's take a look here. Why, oh, why won't they leave you alone? Yep, you got the Ace of Wands. So it's, you got this, I mean, you have the Star too. One, they have hope that, maybe you'll change your mind, right? Because they've got the Four of Swords. So I feel like they're thinking that eventually your mind will settle and you'll still choose to be with them. It's like they have this hope that, I know, because they do think you are this bright star. When you're this bright, when you're an Ace of Wands and you're the star, you have all this energy, you attract moths. They can't help it. They're like, yes, light, light. And so, I just feel like they just see you as this bright light, and they see you and they're hoping that you'll change your mind, that something will click, that they'll wear you down. And they have the Nine of Swords. So this is, of course, the nightmare and insomnia card. I just feel like they are in such this place. I kind of feel like this is them looking up at you, even. They have you like on this pedestal in a way that they just can't get it into their heads. They fear like they'll never find anyone like you again. And so that's why they have such this strong grip on not letting you go, because they're like, this will be the one that got away, and we don't want to have that. Yeah, again, this is how they see you. You can't help that, um let me see. What is the solution here for you? How can you escape? How can you be the one that got away? Yeah. 10 of Swords. Endings and new beginnings of thought and belief. 8 of Wands. Yeah. So I feel like what they're saying with all this is uh, focus your energy on not on the situation, right? But focus on, because I feel like they're saying that the ending, that 10 of Swords, they go, the ending of all that, their thoughts and beliefs, is for you to change your energy and focus on what you're grateful for and what you want in your life, not what you don't want to continue. Because it's almost like they're commanding your attention. They're like, we want your attention, pay attention to us. And when you do, your energy feeds them and it grows them being in your life. But if they demand your attention and you're, even when they're not around and your thoughts are on them and you're just like, oh my God, that just grows it, right? That just feeds it. And because you have such powerful energy, obviously you have the sun, the star, and the ace of wands, shazam, that whatever you focus on does grow mightily. And so I feel if you move your thoughts and your energy off of them and focus on strictly gratitude and what you are glad is in your life and what you want to bring into your life, not what you want to push out, but what you want in your life, that expands and that just becomes dimmer and dimmer and dimmer. And then that will just, you know, being hungry little black wolves will go on. It's like that. Whatever we feed, the white wolf or the dark wolf, whatever we feed grows. And if they're all big and they're like, we like what you feed us, we're going to stay. It's like, no, when you start to starve them of your attention and your energy, then they end up wanting to go somewhere else. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on. And that's what they feel can solve that for you. So, yay, resolution. I know. So hang in there. That's what they have for you. Many blessings for you. All right. And Anjali, you are up next. So you want to know, what is your partner's mother's current feelings for you? Okay. Let's take a look here. See what the stepmom, not stepmom. Oh my gosh. The mother-in-law. Or if that's a business partner. I don't know. But the partner that you're talking about, their mother's current feelings for you. What would you like Anjali to know? Hmm. So there's no, right? No, she doesn't wish you dead. That's not what this means. There's a change. There's a change. The old way that she's thinking of you is going away because you also have the Four of Swords. There's like a peace of mind that's come around her because of something. But it's like it's taking its time because the Hanged Man is there. It's the cocoon, it's the patience. It's like it's a slow process that's happening, but I feel like there's this change that's happening, but it's a very slow moving change. It's like watching a sundial and watching it move throughout the day. You're like, oh my gosh, this is going to take forever. But there is this movement that's happening in thought and belief around you. And it's it's moving from, a lot of expectations, a lot of, not a lot, but like because the Three of Swords is disappointment, it's like she's having this change because she's understanding and seeing things and she's getting it. It's like working its way in there, but it is taking time for that to really take root. It's like you know, a caterpillar that's in its cocoon. It just entered it and it takes time for it to dissolve and to change into something new. But I do feel like there's this change of thought around you. It's more peaceful around you. So that's what they want you to know right now, Anjali. So blessings to you. We'll keep on going down the list here. And let's see here. I think Ritu, you are up next. There it is. And then Scott Ross, you will be up next. And then Ty Madry, you'll be up after that. And JC Marie Marabayas. I murdered that. I know. I'm sorry. JC. All right. So Ritu, does your partner want to return to you? Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know. Can you tell us about what you'd like Ritu to know, please? So you've got the Tower card here, and the Queen of Cups. So Tower card is showing, endings and new beginnings. It's something being removed out of your life for you, and I feel like that. It's like, do you want them to return? In your heart of hearts, I feel like they weren't giving you the fulfillment. They weren't allowing you to have this Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is double emotion and this feeling of deep emotion in there. And I feel like this is happening because um, you have something else coming your way. So it's like this relationship that they were moved out of your life to allow you to get one in tune with your own emotions, get in tune with your own love for yourself, and that allows you to really bring in this new relationship into your life. But I feel like in the meantime, whenever we're in that waiting period, especially with that Queen of Cups, that is time for you to look into your own emotions and your own beliefs about yourself and your self love, because we can only love others, right, to the extent that we love ourselves, and we can only receive love from others to the extent that we love ourselves. So if we have a self love of this much, that's the drip. No matter how many oceans they give us, that's the drip that we will only allow ourselves to receive, and vice versa. That's the only love that drips out to there. But the more we open up our heart and self love, then the more we can receive and the more we can give love too. So I feel like that's the message. Like, no, um, because I feel that they were removed out of your life so that you could get this self love and then bring in the next, um, you know, relationship that's going to be more in alignment with the love that you're wanting to receive. So that's what they have for you, Ritu. Much blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Scott, Ross, you want to know, is Angelina and you going to find balance in your love for each other? Let's take a look here and see. All right, let's take a look here. So, will you find balance in your love for each other? I feel like it's going to take some time because, and I do feel it's going to happen because you do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about, endings and beginnings, but it's a change for your benefit. I just feel like there's some emotions that need to be actually felt and worked through. And then you have the Two of Cups behind. So it's almost like there is some emotional connection um, to some disappointment, to some betrayal in the past, just some emotions that it may not even been between you two, but that there's some emotional, cups that were spilt that maybe were suppressed and not felt, and now they're coming up, with this new relationship. But once that is, able to be looked at, then the Two of Cups is behind here, which for this situation is about finding the balance, finding that. But the Hanged Man is about having to see things from a higher perspective, and it takes time. It's patience of waiting for things to unfold, waiting for that, to get to that point. But the Wheel of Fortune is there. So, it is um, an eventuality that can happen, but it's all about the patience with that one. I know. But, like we were talking about during that time, it's important for you each to go into your own cocoons, for your own to transform and really look at those charged emotions that are bouncing around in your basements that you have not brought up and dealt with. And then once you're able to do that, that's where this balance comes in. Because I really feel like this out of balanceness is just leftover emotions that have been kind of echoing from your past, and it's not even each other so much that are the root of the emotion. You're just the messengers of the emotions for each other. You're activating old emotions that are just echoes from the past, and you just happen to be the ones that are delivering the echo to each other right now. And if you both do that, then you're able to, move forward with that. So that's what they have for you, Scott. Many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right, Ty, you want to know, is Vincent happy that he talked with you today? And how does he feel about you? Okay, let's take a look here. I do want to switch up decks here. I'm going to go back to the light seer. And then JC, you will be next. Sir B after that. Hey, Christy. And let me see here. I'm almost at 2 hours, guys. I'm not going to be able to get through everyone. And as I mentioned before, I do have a ton of videos that are listed in my. If you go to my main page, all the playlists are there, of course. But I do, in the description box of this video, have weekly energy updates. I've got monthly readings. I've got pick a cards, a lot of other readings out there. And if you follow your heart, if you need an answer tonight, go look and see which ones draw you to it. And I guarantee you there are messages there for you from Spirit. Just follow your heart and follow your gut. And if not, I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain time, where I'm at. And if you, the earlier you get here, the chances are I can get to you. But at some point, the list becomes so long and my battery only lasts so long. So I wish I could get to everyone, of course, but I'm only human. I know. All right, Ty, let's take a look here. Is Vincent happy that he talked to you today? Let's take a look at that first. Okay. And then how does he feel about you? Well, so as far as being happy that he met you today, get the Four of Pentacles here. And it's interesting. He's a very grounded individual. I wonder if he's an actual earth sign, because a 4 is a very stable number. And I almost feel like they're so stable that they're just unaffected unless there's extreme things, right? It's like they could, find a $50 bill and go, oh, look, I found a $50 bill. It would take oh my God, I won Powerball, to really get this excitement going for them. And I kind of feel like they were pleased, but I don't feel like even look at this King of Cups. Excuse me. It's just so cool and calm, and that's what I kind of feel, is that they're just yeah, it was cool, but it's not like, oh my God, and they went and told all their friends that they met someone kind of thing. They're just yeah, it was fun, but they're not like this up and down type of person. And they have the Page of Pentacles here, which does mean about new opportunity in the future coming up. So I kind of feel like they enjoyed it and they do want to hang out again. But don't expect it to be this woo, because they kind of feel like the steady person, right? But I know that's not a whole lot of information, but I think it kind of tells you where they're coming from and the kind of person they are, and that it, not to take it personally, that's just their life. They're just a very steady Eddie kind of individual, and it's just I wouldn't doubt if they were like a Taurus or a Virgo, Capricorn, where they're just a lot in their head, I think, too. So that's That's what they have for you, Ty. I'm sorry that it wasn't more depth there, but that's what they want for you to write now anyway. So many blessings to you. All right, JC, let's take a look here. And Serbi, you will actually be my last one for this evening. I know I have to cut it off somewhere. And I'm like just hit 2 hours now, which Spirit's been telling me you better balance or you won't be on for a week because you'll be in bed exhausted. So, because I am on every day of the week and then twice on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and actually even on Instagram on Saturday. So I'm 3 times on Saturday. But so if you don't catch me now, then you can catch me at those times or check out those videos. Okay. All right, JC, let's take a look here. Will you and WT reconcile? What would you like JC to know, please? You got the first card that came out was the Page of Swords, which is new thoughts, new beliefs, and then the Nine of Swords here. There's all these expectations that are going on here, and this is what you're clearing from. This is what you have all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets and attitudes, and these are being cleared away by this. And this is what it's going to take for you to move past this situation. It's like this is where you were and this is where you're headed. And I feel like with the Seven of Wands here, the Seven of Wands is about your energy, and it's, you see you're in this beautiful bubble, in this beautiful, peaceful place. I almost feel like reconciliation would wreck this bubble. It's like where you're headed with these changes of beliefs. If you reconciled, you'd go back to this. But if you continue on this path that you're on here, which I kind of feel like this is what you're leaving behind and this is what you're headed to, that you wouldn't want it. It's like once you get past all these thoughts and these beliefs and this the nightmare card, the insomnia card, once you get back that and you have this new way of looking at things and you're moving across to this other side, that once you get there, you're going to feel like you're in a higher place, a different place, a bubble of peace and more contentment, and that you won't want it. And so I kind of feel like the answer is that you won't, but it's because you won't want it. When you finish going through this piece of your reflection and what you're looking at, once you can get past these thoughts and these beliefs that just feel like they're haunting you, once you move to this higher place of how you look at yourself and the expectations you have on yourself and others and the world, as you look at all these things, that you free yourself and you're like, I like it this way better. I didn't like now that I see it for what it was, I don't want it anymore. And that's what I feel is for you, JC, what the Spirit would like you to know. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know this is probably the painful period, but you'll get through it. Obviously, you have this beautiful place you're headed off to. All right. Many blessings to you. And Serbi, you'll be my last one for this evening. And everyone else, thank you so much for absolutely being here. I appreciate your love and support. I apologize I wasn't able to get to everyone. We'll be back tomorrow night. And if you haven't given me a thumbs up on the video yet, I really appreciate you considering doing that. It does help out my channel. And I'll be back tomorrow night. And as I mentioned, ton of videos in my playlist. If you want to check those out, if you need a message tonight, you can also look in those. All right. So, Serbi, you want to know, how does N see you? Okay. So what is their impression of you? So there is this change of energy that's happening. Um, the Five of Wands starts off, it almost, I don't want to, it, I feel like competitiveness, and I don't know why I'm feeling that. They feel like there's like this competition of somehow, and I don't know if it's from another person or if you both are just very fiery individuals because you got both got the King of Wands and then the Five of Wands here. It's like I don't know if you're both just very bubbly, outgoing personalities. It's almost like you're competing for attention in a way, not that you're an attention seeker, but it's just like you're either funny or you get people's attention and they're like, "Well, I want the attention." And it's almost like you guys maybe in the beginning have this kind of thing, but I feel like it's changing. That's what this 5 is. It's changing from something where it's competitive to where more that you're helping each other out and you're helping each other on your, with your fire, with your energy, with your it just feels like it's moving from this butting heads challenging each other to where it's more amiable and more of this attraction, because you also have moving from the 5 of cups, which is really focusing on disappointment and things like that, into the 3 of cups, which is all about celebration and joy. So I kind of feel like there's this change that's going on because you got 2 5s, one with wands and one with cups, both showing both situations doing that. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, which is all about new opportunities coming up in the near future. So I kind of feel like whatever was going on before, that it's moving from this uh, very emotionally charged butting heads, kind of putting each other at odds, come on, in whatever ways it was, that it's lightening up and it's changing and transforming to where it's more, like there's an opportunity for you guys to see each other on in a different way here in the future. So it feels like whatever conflict was maybe going on between emotions and your fire and your energy, that it's transforming and it's changing, it's lightening up. And that's what they'd like you to know at this point. They wouldn't give me anything else about future or blah blah blah, anything like that. They're like, for now, focus on your energy and your emotions, because that's your part of the bring it down from and being extreme to balanced. And their job is for them to bring it down, but you can't control that. So they're saying, while this future opportunity is coming and you're waiting for it, work on those things within yourself. So that is what they have for you this evening, Serbi. So many blessings to you. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Oh, I did want to make sure everyone knew. I did post a special announcement last Friday, which I'll post it down here if I can see. This is a link to the video, which is all about winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading from me. And it's all based on commenting on my weekly energy update videos that come out every Friday night at midnight or Saturday morning, however you look at that. And here's the link for those. But check out the video because, in addition to doing these live readings every single day and all the recorded videos I put out, I'm also offering that giveaway. And if you are in an absolute need of a personal reading, I also offer personal readings. All that information is down in the description box below, and they're pretty reasonable price, especially the recorded readings. You have it's a sliding price scale is what they call it. So for each of my recorded readings that I offer, there's actually 3 different price points you can choose from. So you can choose one that's in alignment with your budget right now as well. So a lot of different ways you can get messages from Spirit. And I love bringing them to you in whichever ways that I can. And just know that each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we meet again, you guys have an absolutely amazing night or day, wherever you're at in the world. And please just hang in there and you guys take care of yourselves, okay? So you have a good night. We'll see you soon.